If you already do loads of studies, or maybe you copy directly from a photograph, and you want to try and create something more conceptual and creative, I think this is a perfect video for you, because I'll be showing you how you can turn your studies and how you can turn like references into original artwork. I'll be using this drawing that you can see here as a reference, as a case study. And yeah, this is a drawing of May and Tylee. If you're familiar with Avatar The Last Airbender, you probably recognize them straight away. And yeah, I'll just be showing you guys how I created this just with limited creative ability, and just putting photographs together like a Frankenstein monster. So before you start any artwork, I think the most important thing to do is to try and imagine what you're trying to create, the final product. What is your goal? It can be just one sentence. In this case, I can just say, okay, I want to create an artwork showcasing like two badass characters that are very strong and powerful. How can I create that illustration? I heavily referenced a particular photograph and just added bits and bits of other references. So all you need to do is to go to Pinterest. Pinterest is like my favorite app to use for like references. It's way better than Google search, so I always love and rely on Pinterest. Instagram is also great, but it's very hard to search for ideas and references and photographs on Instagram, so Pinterest is usually the ideal space for artists. So I'm just going to go here and just search for, best friends, because Tylee and May, they're like best friends, so I can just search best friends photograph, or I have best friend aesthetics here, or best friend pictures. So I'll click on best friend pictures, and I'm seeing some great references. These ones that are like quite cutesy poses, and my goal is to look for something like badass, because I feel like those characters are very, very strong and powerful in the show. So I'm just going to go and search for maybe like badass best friend pictures and see what comes up. So I'm seeing some cool photographs here. I think this one is quite cool, but maybe not ideal for the character. So sometimes it takes a long time to like research and gather your images together. But in this case, I was actually lucky, because I saw a photograph on Instagram that I really, really loved, and I saved it immediately I saw it. So I'll show you the picture right here. So this photograph is like the bread for the pizza. It's the most important part. It's the base. Then you sprinkle some pepperoni, some cheese, some tomato sauce, just to like add more flavor. And that's how I see the drawing process for this. It's just like gathering some other important bits, but they are not like the base. I kept almost everything the same, except for like the characters are different and the tops are different as well. But this is just because you're trying to push yourself from like doing that practice work and that study. You can just use this as a gradual process to create something more elaborate in the future. But this is just like a beginner's like stage to how to become more bold in like exercising your creative ability and your creative skill. So I have my main reference here. And now I remember that, okay, I have two characters, and those two characters are quite well known, and they are well known for specific things. Like May is known as like this emo gothic girl, so I'll go back to Pinterest and like search for gothic aesthetic and just like fashion, because I'll be putting them in like modern clothing. At least that is what I'm thinking that will work well. So I will do modern clothing, oh sorry, gothic, goth aesthetic, goth fashion maybe. So there are some really good references here, and yeah, this is one that I think would work well for May. I can also maybe do emo fashion, but I want to keep that goth. So I'm saying here, I really like the belt that she's wearing, so I'm probably going to save that. And I like the fishnet tights here, so I'll make sure that I save that as well. So that is what I did to get the end result. So I just picked things that I really like in certain like fashion style and like images that I gathered on Pinterest. And for Tylee, I just decided to do like a crop top with like choker, because she wore choker in the show, so I wanted to keep that choker look as well in my drawing. And I kept the trousers pretty much the same because I wanted to give them like the modern feel into the drawing. The background is the same, the hairstyle obviously has to fit the character's hairstyle, so I made sure to like implement that into the drawing to the best of my ability, even though May's hairstyle is like crazy. Like, what kind of hairstyle is that? It looks so confusing, and I got really confused during the like process of drawing her, but I think she ended up looking really good. The drawing stage was actually a struggle for me, but I think I managed to pull it. Maybe I'll just quickly show you guys the process of the drawing. I think in total it took me about like 17 hours to do, which is quite long for myself. But that was because I really struggled in the drawing stage, in the sketching stage. So sometimes you have bad days, and like when I was creating this art, that was like one of the bad days. And obviously I was drawing two characters in one drawing, and that's not easy in any way. And if you're a beginner, you might take up to days, maybe a week to finish it, but as long as it looks good in the end, that's what matters. Don't rush your process. If you need to take time, please take all the time you need. Sometimes I've had to like take way longer than this for drawings that I could have done in 5 hours, and you just have to walk through that frustration and just go past it, and just when the final result is there, it's just so rewarding at the end of the day. So yeah, that's just some encouraging words for you. And if you have not tried creating like original work, please just try and use this method. It's very simple, very easy, although I changed the poses just a little bit, so I didn't go extreme with changing the poses because it's very difficult if you don't know anatomy. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you. I don't know if this is really a tutorial, it's just like some advice and techniques, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll hope to see you next time. Bye bye.